Next model is polish movements and demeanor. Now, fine dining is a completely different environment than anything else. And whatever you have done before as a job in a restaurant has to be forgotten. And you have to do the things completely differently now. Because every movement, every pose, every face expression, every word you say is observed by the guest and will make or break their experience in the restaurant. Now, greeting and seating the guest, how you take the order, serving and clearing the plates, beverage service, assistance and recommendations, handling the guest requests and handling the guest complaints, how you make the payments, and then of course farewell and gratitude. Some of you once asked, should everybody say thank you so much and have a nice evening to the guests while they're leaving the restaurant? Is that not too much? No, it's not too much. Gratitude and farewell is never too much. Guests leaving the restaurant and passing by a waiter, they should hear, thank you for your visit, have a wonderful evening. That's it. It's never too much. Gratitude and farewell is never too much. Alright, so let's discuss these things now. Greeting and seating the guest. Now, first of all, we're going to talk about the impact of greeting and seating the guest, how big of an impact that is on your guest, and how long it's lasts, and how important it is for the rest of the evening. But when we do that, we got to do this with a confidence, with a smile, with a friendly and professional attitude, not just friendly because we cannot be too friendly in fine dining. All right, so what is it? You establish eye contact. The guests are approaching, you establish eye contact like 5 meters away from the guest at least. Then you make a step forward. You don't wait for the guest to approach you. You put a smile, a welcoming smile. All right, you use polite gestures to welcome the guest. And then, we're going to talk about language and everything later. But those are the steps. You establish eye contact from far away, then at least 5 meters. You take a step forward to the guest. You don't wait for the guest to approach you. You have a welcoming smile, and you make sure your hands are open, not like crossed and not like you're, squeezing your fingers or whatever. So, order taking. When taking the order, make sure your posture is straight up. You have a positive, confident attitude. You listen carefully to the guests if they have any requirements or they have maybe allergy problems or whatever. You clarifying questions. You record the orders, and you just 100% show professionalism. It's important. Where do you stay next to the table? Make sure you're not on top of the table. Make sure you have like a half a meter away from the edge of the table. Make sure that your hands are, again, not crossed behind or in front of you. You're making gestures that are very friendly and very polite. Your face expression is, confident and like I said, friendly and not too friendly. And all those things matter. Serving and clearing plates. Well, you have to know first of all the service procedure. We serve plates from the left, we clear from the right, we don't make noise, we clear the used cutlery with the meal. If we have to change some of the cutlery, we change it. We're not rushing. Make sure that you are not in a hurry. And like I said, you're making a lot of noise and you're stressing the guests out. You're not leaning too close on top of the guest. Make sure you're leaving the space of the guests always so they have a comfortable space around them. And that's it pretty much. But those are the things that we need to follow. Now, beverage service. We serve drinks only with a tray. Do not carry tray glasses with your hands. We serve always on a tray. We carry the drink tray with our left hand and we serve with the right hand from the right side. Clear and simple. Assistance and recommendations. Now, when we are working in a 5-star hotel, a fine dining restaurant, and the guest is asking us, where is the toilet? We just point, say right there on the corner, or we take the guest close to the door and show it to them. It's the second one. We take the time to be attentive, and of help to our guests. So when you make recommendations, do we just go with what we mostly like, or we listen to those guests and take notes and then make educated recommendations? Of course, we want to know what the guest likes and then we make educated recommendations. Now, we're gonna discuss that in the sales and upsells lesson. But anytime you make a recommendation, make sure that you are enthusiastic about it. Your tone is the proper tone. Your gestures and your postures are the proper one. You're beaming confidence. That's how we make recommendations. Now, handling guest requests. Guests asking for many things. Sometimes they're asking for some crazy things. We have to remain professionals. Sometimes it's hard, like this guest that asked for a jar of bees. That's going to be hard. If a guest asks you for a jar of bees, try to keep your face straight. I couldn't, and I bet that a lot of people will not be able to do. But most of the time, the requests are not so crazy. Make sure that you are, you keep your positive attitude. We never say no to a guest. If it's not possible and you know it's not possible, you will prepare the guest. Excuse me, sir. That will be, I will try to do anything else I can do to accommodate your request. It might be taking a little bit of time or maybe not even possible to do it, but I will make sure that we do everything that is possible to accommodate your request. Let me talk to my chef or let me talk to my manager and I'll be right back with you. And then of course you go, you talk to your manager, of course they tell you that's not possible, we don't have a jar of bees. And then you go and say, unfortunately sir, we are not able to provide the jar of bees right now for you. So I'm really sorry, maybe next time. All right, that's a joke, but that's how we handle requests that we know that they are not possible. We just don't tell the guest, no sir, sorry, but that's not possible. We don't say that. All right. We do not be dismissive. We don't roll our eyes or fluster or make a pirouette or whatever. We remain professional and we try to accommodate our guest request. And if that's not possible, very calmly, very pleasantly, we will just explain to them that we did everything that it could be done and it's just not possible at the moment. Handling payment. Like I said already, it's very important that you take the payment right there on the spot. The guest asks for a check, you bring the check and you stay right there to complete the payment. Very important, guys. In fine dining, we don't just bring the check and run away and do something else. No, we bring the check, the guest will sign the room or sign the or give you the credit card, or put the money in. You take that, you finish that, complete it, bring it back to the table, thank the guests for the visit, wish them well, invite them back to the restaurant. 3 things while we're taking the checks, taking the payment. You thank the guests, you wish them great evening, and you welcome them back. Don't forget that. And then, while the guests are leaving the restaurant, every single waiter they pass by has to thank them and wish them great evening. All right, that's for the motto. All right, so we got some key points. Key points in proper demeanor in front of the guests. So professionalism. Maintain a constantly professional demeanor. This includes attentiveness, punctuality, and respectful attitude to our guests, of course, and your colleagues. All right, confidence. You have to project confidence all the time during your interactions with the guests, during your performance, like you have some skills, technical performance. You gotta project confidence. It's contagious and it wins the trust of the guest. They see you're confident in whatever you do, they start trusting you more. Poise and grace. When you're moving, make sure you move with poise, with grace. Avoid rushing, avoid appearing stressed, frustrated, whatever. Just keep your poise and move around the restaurant with grace. That gives, again, a confidence to the guests that they have a really waiter who knows what he's doing, and they feel more comfortable. Attentiveness. We have to pay close attention to the guest needs all the time. Now, usually in fine dining, we work in team, front waiter and backup waiter, and the front waiter never leaves the floor. The front waiter remains in eye contact with the guest 100% of the time. So that's what attentive waiter is. Just remain in eye contact with your guest and pay attention to their needs and just act quickly and accordingly. Courtesy and respect. Treat all the guests with courtesy and respect. Address them appropriately. If you know the names, use the names. Don't overuse them. And always use please and thank you. Every conversation has to finish with please or thank you, guys. Adaptability. A very important factor in success in our business to adapt. Like I said, we have different guests. They want different things. They have different habits. They have different cultures. We need to adapt. Guests have preferences. You sit a guest on this table and they say, well, I don't like this table. Can you give me another table, please? Yes, of course. Just give me 1 second. Let me check it out. Maybe you can, maybe you don't, but you don't say no. You just adapt. Let me see what we can do about it. Please 1 second. And then you go check it out and come back with the result. Is it possible? Maybe the restaurant is already full. There is not another table, so this is the only table. But maybe you can give them another solution. In 5 minutes or in 10 minutes, table number 5 over there next to the window will be available because the guests are paying right now. Would you like to wait on the bar a little bit, and then we will be able to, offer you this table if you don't like this one. So there is always solution to a problem. Just adapt, adjust, and act accordingly. Body language. Focus on maintaining a proper posture all the time. Don't slouch your shoulders. Don't stay on one leg. Watch where your hands are. Watch what you're doing with your hands. It's very important. Body language is probably the most important thing because the guests see what you're doing. They can read your body language no matter what your words are. Eye contact. Like I said, In a fine dining, usually the front waiter remains in eye contact with the guest 100% of the time. But let's say you are alone and you're still working with your guests. Every time in a restaurant, don't look at the floor, look at your tables. Not like obtrusively, but just make sure that you take a look every few seconds to every table so you see that nobody needs something and nobody's waving and you don't see it. Make sure you keep eye contact. Facial expressions. Like the body language, the facial expression is telling everything, the whole story. Are you stressed? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you tired? Your facial expressions talk to the guests all the time. Be aware of that. Gestures, the same way. In fine dining, our gestures must be very elegant, not too fast, not too slow, but they have to be elegant. And they have to express what you're talking and what you're trying to explain. Noise control. No noise. We move silently. We minimize the noise from the utensils, from the trays, from the plates, from anything. We minimize the noise in the restaurant. Uniforms, of course, guys. Well-maintained uniform, it means the world. Dirty, not iron uniform tells the guests that you're just not on top of your game. You're not gonna make the tip that you could make if you're doing much better job with your uniform. And then of course the whole connection with your guests will be on a much lower level. That's the simple fact. Familiarity with the menu, crucial. Knowing your menu, your wine list is crucial for your performance because knowledge is everything for us.